Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is the continuation of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits. This is game number 5. This is using Strat Super Advanced, and if you do not know what happens, how many hits he's gotten, he now needs 111 hits in 396 plate appearances, and he needs 95 games. He did come in a couple games as a defensive replacement, so I'm not going to count those as games needed. So, today's pitching matchup, Doc Ellis in the first game faced one Hall of Famer, Tom Seaver. If you didn't watch, just going to say who pitched the first game. He faces another one in Canada's own Ferguson Jenkins. And this game is played at night in the month of April. This was played on April 20th, 1972. So, Pittsburgh at night 1-4 is good, 5-15 is average, and 16-20 is bad. And just in the average category. So, ballpark singles are 1-11. Ballpark home runs are 1-5 for lefties. And 1-2 for righties. And starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs at Three Rivers Stadium. A couple of changes. Leading off and playing center field is Bill North. Playing second is Glenn Beckert. Batting third and playing left field is Billy Williams. Cleaning up and playing first base is Joe Pepitone. Batting fifth and playing third base is Ron Santo. Batting sixth and playing right field is Jose Cardinal. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Don Kessinger. Batting eighth and catching is Ken Rudolph. And batting ninth and pitching is Ferguson Jenkins. Defensively behind Doc Ellis, you have Manny Sanguillen catching, Bob Robertson at first, Dave Cash at second, Richie Hebner at third, and Jackie Hernandez at shortstop. Left to right, it's about the usual suspects. Stargell in left, Willie Stargell in left, Al Oliver in center, and Roberto Clemente in right. All right, and we'll go ahead and get this started. Righty. Actually, North is a switch hitter. He'll be batting left-handed against the right-handed pitching Doc Ellis. Three and a 7, and just a bit outside ball 4. And, you bet North is going to think about taking a lead. +2 for Ellis, -2 for Sanguillen, -2 for being held on. If he gets a 7, it's a 1-18. And that's an 8. Ooh, he just doesn't get the lead. And I'm not going to try to do the second lead because that would be even -4. So it'd be 1-8. No, they will hold him on, though. And havoc roll for Ellis. Here's Glenn Beckert. Balker pass ball chance. No balk. And here's a pitch to Beckert. Oops. And once again, official game. Dice misses the tray. And we'll do it again. Oops, we'll do it again. Jeez. Four and a 7 against a righty. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 1 away. And here's Billy Williams. Nothing on the 15. Three and a 10. Base hit to left field. North was being held on, makes him a 15. And in super advanced, if the ball has hit to left field, you lose 2. So 1-13, they'll put the brakes on and stop him at second. So runners on first and second with 1 out. And here is Joe Pepitone. Nothing on the 9. One and an 8. Line drive to the second baseman, Cash, and everybody scoots back 2 down. So line drive, but it's an atom ball. ATEM. And here's Ron Santo, not out of the woods yet. Nothing on the 16. That's a 1-6. And that's a base hit to center field. They're holding north, so uh, 16 turns into a 15. 2 outs makes him a 17. Oliver is neutral. And let's see here, first and second. Let's see here, 1 to 17. They will let him score to keep the runners on first and second. So RBI single for Ron Santo, and the Cubs take a 1-0 lead. And here's Jose Cardinal. Nothing on the 5. Six and a 6. That's a ground ball to third, and Hebner retrieves it, throws out Cardinal, and that retires the side. But the Cubs do get out to a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the first. And Jenkins will face this for the batting order. Cash, Oliver, and Clemente, Stargell, Hebner, and Sanguillen, Robertson, Hernandez, and Ellis. All right, here's Dave Cash. Two and a 9. And against the righty, weak ground ball to second. And Beckert throws out Cash, 1 away. Here is Al Oliver. Another 2-9. Popped him up. Right side of the infield and shortstop Kessinger puts it away. 2 down. And here is Clemente. Left side of the infield. I guess it depends which way you're looking at it. 4 and a 3. Fly ball left field. That's a 1 on the D20. And this will fall in. Let's see if this goes for extra bases or not. Three and a 1. Yes, it does. Now, Williams is an E4, so we have to avoid E4 and an 8. There is no 8. But Clemente slaps it over Williams' head, and into second with a double is Clemente. So make that. All right, no spoiler alerts if you don't want to watch the previous 4 games. 5 straight games for Clemente with a hit. And here's Willie Stargell. Nothing on the 19. Here's the pitch to Stargell. 1-11 and done in by the ballpark effects. 1 to 5, that's a 15, so it's a fly ball to right. And on the warning track is Cardinal, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Pirates strand 1, and after 1 complete, it's the Cubs 1 and the Pirates nothing. Bottom Bottom third of the order due up for the Cubs here in the top of the second. Kessinger, Rudolph, and Jenkins. And here's Kessinger. 1-5, just a bit outside ball 4. And Kessinger will... Actually, he's going to try to get a jump. He's going to be 1-13 if he gets it. 2-5, needs a 2-5. He's picked off on a 10. And, oh, he could be picked off anyway. He needs a 1-7 to be safe. Let's need to go through the tray. And he's out. So 1-3 on the pickoff. One away, and here's Ken Rudolph. Now watch, Rudolph will get a hit. Oops, I'll count that. 4 and a 6. And there was the ground ball A, so if he didn't try, he would have been out anyway. So 6-3 put out there. 2 down for Ferguson Jenkins. Using pitcher hitting card number 3. 6 and a 7. Second base X. Cash, a 2 and a 10. Get to that. Oof. 8 and a 14. 16, 17, and 18, but no 14, so Jenkins is retired, and we go to the bottom of the second. Cubs leading 1-0. And Jenkins will face Hebner, Sanguian, and Robertson here in the bottom of the second. Five and a 3. Another left field chance. This one's a little easier for Williams. A 10 and a 2 is fine. E4. E4, there is no 13, 15, 18, 3, and 4. So Hebner is retired on a nice running catch by Billy Williams, 1 away. Here is Manny Sanguian. Oops, and that will not count. Six and a 9. Fly ball to center field, and Bill North is there, 2 down. And here's Bob Robertson. Three and a 4. Fly ball to right field. And each of the 3 outfielders get a putout here in the bottom of the second. And we go to the third. Cubs leading 1-0. And top of the order for the Cubs here in the third inning. North, Beckert, and Williams. North singled and scored his first time up. Or walked and scored his first time up, excuse me. One and a 10, fly ball to left field, and Stargell camps under it. 1 away. Here's Glenn Beckert. Five and a 10. And that's into center field for a hit. That's a 1. He needed an 11, so Beckert will reach on a single. And I guess he will have to be... No, they won't hold him on. So he'd be a 1-13 if he got a jump. Needs a 3, though. And nope, that's a 4, and I'm not even going to look at the other number. So they will hold Beckert on. Havoc roll for Billy Williams. And a 1-2, it's a wild pitch. Nothing on the 11. All right, here's Billy Williams. Williams singled his last time up. Oops, and we'll do that again. Five and a 10. That's another ballpark single, but this time the 19 is too high. So it's a fly ball to center field. And Oliver makes the catch, 2 down. Here's Joe Pepitone. Lined out the second, his first time up. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Six and a 9 against the lefty. Fly ball to center field. And Oliver once again camps under it and retires aside. To the bottom of the third, 1-0 Cubs. And Jenkins will face Hernandez, Ellis, and Cash. Here in the bottom of the third. And here is Jackie Hernandez. One and an 8. And that's a ground ball to short. And Kessinger to the shortstop, I should say. Ground ball to shortstop. And that retires. Hernandez went away. Here's Doc Ellis using pitcher hitting card number 2. Switch hitter batting left-handed. 6 and a 2. Pitcher chance. He's a 1 and an 11. That's fine. Jenkins is an E10. Let's see, 8, 10. There is no 8, so getting off the mound, Jenkins pounces on it, and throws it to first in time. 2 down. Here's Dave Cash. Three and a 10. 1-9 triple chance. That's a 2. And Cash with a 2 out. And I'll steal this from Beatles Eternally. Triple. And here's Al Oliver. Once again, Pirates with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And looks like Oliver will gain a hit on a 3-7. And we have Balker, pass ball chance. Pass ball chance. Rudolph is a pass ball of 5. And not on an 18. Good stop by Rudolph. And here's a pitch to Oliver. Another 6-9. And that's a fly ball to center field. North back and makes the catch to retire the side. Once again, the Pirates strand a runner. Only their second hit of the game through 3 innings. And we go to the 4th. One nothing. Ellis will face Santo, Cardinal, and Kessinger. Here's a pitch to Santo. 4 and a 7. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Ellis. Here's Cardinal. 5 and a 5. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. So Ellis back-to-back strikeouts. Here's Kessinger. Walked his first time up and then was promptly picked off. 6-6, and against a lefty, that's a ground ball to first. Robertson to the bag himself. 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs here in the fourth. Going to the bottom half. 1-0 Cubs. Clemente, Stargell, and Hebner due up for the Pirates here in the fourth inning. Clemente doubled his first time up. And 3-7, single to a 5. That's a 1. So another hit for Clemente. He is on. We will not be holding him on. Here's Willie Stargell. Nothing on the 3. Three and an 8. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. First strikeout for Jenkins. 1 away. Here's Richie Hebner. Havoc roll for Jenkins. Nothing on the 7. Four and a 9 against the lefty. Ground ball to first. The second to get Clemente, but the return throw not in time to get Hebner. 2 down. For Manny Sanguillen, flew out his first time up. And another 1 is a wild pitch. Nothing on the 6. And here's Sanguillen. 2 and an 11. Oh, if he was on second base, that would have been a single. But he is not. So ground ball to first. And Pepitone takes it to the base himself. And that retires the side. Through 4 complete. Cubs lead 1-0. And Jenkins will be due up here, but pitching for... Or Ellis will finish the second time through the order. Rudolph, Jenkins, and North. And here's the pitch to Rudolph. Grounded out his first time up. 6 and a 5. Shortstop chance for Hernandez. 4 and a 9. He will get to it because there's nobody on, but his E64 is quite troubling. E64 and a 10. Well, there is no 10, so Hernandez comes up with it. Throws to first on a bounce, and nice pick there by the first baseman, Robertson. 1 away. And here's Ferguson Jenkins. Grounded out his first time up. Oops. Four and a 10. Right-handed hitter. Yep. Ground ball to third. Hebner retires. Jenkins 2 down. Here is Bill North, 0 for 1 with a walk. 2 and a 7. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 4th strikeout for Ellis. And another 1, 2, 3 inning. That is 8 in a row retired by Ellis. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Cubs. Bottom third of the order due up. Robertson, Hernandez, and Ellis. And that's a fly ball to center field. 1 away. And here's Jackie Hernandez. Three and a 5. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 2nd strikeout for Jenkins. And it brings up Doc Ellis. 3 and a 4, just a bit outside ball 4. So Ellis works the count and draws a walk for Dave Cash. They will hold him on only because he runs at a 15. Actually, they will not hold him on. I know they will. They will hold him on. Nothing on the 17. Yeah, Ellis runs at a 15 himself, so we will hold him on. Oops, and that will not count. Four and a 4. Bouncer to third. Santo as a 2. We'll get to it. We'll re-roll. All the dice have to go through. And, oh boy, a 13 on a 26. 10, 11, 15, and 17. So Santo gets it, throws the first, and that retires the side. Pirates strand another runner, and we are through 5, 1-0 Cubs. Beckert, Williams, and Pepitone due up for the Cubs here in the 6th inning. And, oops, excuse me, due up. There's Beckert. Singled and struck out in 2 appearances. Oops, and we will do that again. 5 and a 6. Fly ball to left, 1 away. And here is Billy Williams. And we'll do that again. Jeez. Four and a 3 against the lefty. Third base chance for Richie Hebner. That was a 9. Hebner a 2. He will make that play. He is an E12. E12 and 8. Just 12 and 16. So Hebner, nice play ranging towards second. Throws to first and makes, and they get Williams 2 down. Here's Joe Pepitone. 0 for 2 himself. 6 and a 4. Oh boy, shortstop Hernandez as a 4. Won't get to that one as on a 5. And an 11 on a 64. Nope. So 4 and a 5. That'll get down and get away from Hernandez. Throws the first and not in time. They will give him a single. And here's Ron Santo. Santo is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Single strikeout. Six and an 11. Fly ball to right field. Clemente. We know we'll get to that. Clemente is an E1. So barring anything like absurdly high. No, he needs a 17 to make an error. 3 or 17, and that's not either of them. So Clemente drifts over, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates trail 1-0. Oliver, Clemente, and Stargell do up here in the bottom of the 6th. Oliver popped out and flew out in 2 appearances. One and 8. Tapper back to the mound. And Jenkins throws out Oliver 1 away. And here's Roberto Clemente, 2 for 2. Now needs 109 hits for 3,000. Six and an 11. And make it 3 for 3. 1 to 11's a single, and that's a 10. So Clemente on base with 1 out, not being held on. And here's Willie Stargell. Nothing on the havoc roll. Six against the lefty. And that's ripped into the gap. And stopping at third is Clemente. Stopping at second is Stargell. 1 out double. Puts runners on second and third with 1 down. And the Cubs will bring the infield in to try to cut off the run. Havoc roll for Jenkins. Nothing on the 20. Here's Hebner. Not thinking about doing a squeeze bunt here with a D-bunter. 6 and a 7 against the lefty. Thankfully, that was against the lefty. Fly ball center field. Back goes North, going further back and making the catch. Scoring from third is Clemente. Holding at second is Stargell. And we are tied at 1. So Hebner does his job. Would like to have gotten 2 runs in, but he'll take the 1 to tie the game. And here's Manny Sanguillen. Havoc roll first. And another 1 on the 13. Two and a 3. Ground ball to first. And Pepitone over to Jenkins. And that will retire the side. But the Pirates do tie the game at 1. And this is the point of weakness inning for Ellis. This might be his last inning regardless. He's gone through this third time through the order, so plus they might be looking to get a rally. All right, might be the last inning. Cardinal, Kessinger, and Rudolph. Although they may pinch hit for Rudolph here if they get a rally. All right, here's Cardinal. 3 and a 6. And that's trouble. That's in the gap. And into second with a double is Cardinal. They will hold him on. And Bruce Keeson and Bob Veal are loosening in the bullpen. All right. Kessinger is 0 for 1 with a walk. Nothing on the 7. And here's a pitch to Kessinger. 5 and a 10. And that's a 17, so that's a fly ball to center field. Excuse me. Excuse me. And that's 1 away. And here's Ken Rudolph, and they will get a pinch hitter for Rudolph. Rick Monday will hit for Rudolph, and J.C. Martin will come into the game and catch. So Rudolph is lifted for a pinch hitter. All right, here's Monday Havoc roll. Nothing on the 16. Here's the pitch to Monday. Four and a 6 against the lefty. Ground ball to second. Cash over to first. 2 down. Cardinal moves to third. Decisions. Do you want to pull Jenkins? He's pitched a fine game. Or do you want to try to get the lead here? I say they will have Jenkins hit and leave him out. Havoc roll for Ellis, nothing on the 9. And here's the pitch to Jenkins. Normal power. Two and a 6. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 5th strikeout. Stretch time here at Three Rivers. Tied at 1. Sing, take me out to the ball game. And I will skip singing because I want to move this a little bit along. All right. Let's see if this is the last batter for, or last inning for Ellis. If runners are on base, we will pinch hit. If not, I may just leave him in. All right, here's Robertson. And we're probably going to get a pinch hitter for Jackie Hernandez. 3 and an 8. Line drive right to the shortstop. 1 down. And grabbing a bat is Rennie Stennett will pinch hit for Jackie Hernandez. And then I'm not going to have Stennett play shortstop. He's just as bad, or he's worse than Hernandez is. Then Gene Alley will come in and play shortstop. Okay, so Hernandez has been pulled. Here's Rennie Stennett. 6 and a 7. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And they will leave Ellis. They'll leave Ellis in. And I'm very liberal leaving my pitchers in, but this is the 70s, not the 2020s. He gets one off of 4 and an 8, and Ellis, switch hitter, betting left-handed, doesn't matter. Whoops, 2 outs. Swung on and missed, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Jenkins, and that retires the side. We go to the 8th, tied at 1. And Gene Alley will come into the game and play shortstop. And Bill North will stay in the game. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Three and an 11. Fly ball to center field. And making the catch is Oliver, one away. And here is Beckert. Five and a 3. First baseman Robertson, chance there. He picks it up off the short hop. Throws to Ellis covering. Robertson is an E11 and a 10. There is no 10. So throws to Ellis covering, 2 down. And here is Billy Williams. Three and a 6. Base hit to center field. Williams is now 2 for 4. And they will have Pepitone hit. This will probably be the last batter for Ellis. Nothing on the 3. Two and a 10. Popped him up behind home plate. Sanguian throws the mask off and makes the catch to retire the side. And that will be it for Doc Ellis. He'll pitch to 31 batters. And Jenkins will now start his 4th time through the order. Cash, Oliver, and Clemente. As we start the bottom of the 8th. Bruce Keeson and maybe just Bruce Keeson. Did have 3 saves. All right. And here is Dave Cash. 1 for 3 with a triple. Six and an 8. Struck him out. Oops. 5th strikeout for Jenkins. And here is Al Oliver. 0 for 3. 1 and 8. Tapper back to the mound. Second time in a row he's done that. And here's Roberto Clemente, 3 for 3. Five and a 10. Wow, that D20 unfortunately is coming up bad for the 2 and a 1 that gets through for another hit. Whoops. And a 7 for Kessinger on an E30. No 7, but 4 for 4 for Clemente. 2 and a 1 does get by him. Get by that needs a 1 or a 2 does not get equal and out for a shortstop. All right, Havoc roll for nothing on there. And here is over Darnell Stargell. 1 for 3 with a double. 1 and a 10. And that ball is driven high. That ball is driven deep. And that ball is out of here. Willie Stargell takes Jenkins high, deep, and gone. And the Pirates now have a 3-1 lead. And we will definitely get... Well, that's going to take away Bruce Keeson. Actually, Ramon Hernandez will be loosening up and come into the game in the top of the 9th. And here's Richie Hebner. Four and a 4. I may have to use a different D20. Santo, a 2 and a 1. That's base hit. 9, 26, 10, 11, 15, and 17. But not a 9. So, base hit for Hebner. And here's Manny Sanguillen. Nothing on the 15. Another hit here, and Phil Regan is loosening in the bullpen. Three and an 11. That's a 14, so that will be a fly ball to the left field. And making the catch there is Billy Williams to retire the side. But the 2-out, 2-run home run by Stargell gives the Pirates a 3-1 lead going to the top of the 9th. And here comes Ramon Hernandez. He will face Santo Cardinal and Kessinger. And out comes Ellis. Here comes Hernandez. Actually, yeah, I already put him in. Actually, no. We'll see how he does. All right. I could have used Justy in this game, but Hernandez has not pitched. Let's see. Maybe I will, because let's see if Hernandez has pitched the last. No, Walker pitched the day before. On a day's rest. Actually, they pitched Justy at all to start the season? Hold on. Yeah, he pitched in game 2, so. All right, they will go with Hernandez. All right, Santo due up. Sorry for the delay there. 5 and a 10, and that's a 15. So that's a fly ball to left field. And Stargell makes the catch, one away. Here's Jose Cardinal. 2 and a 7, 1 to 10, that's a 19. Whoops, sorry. No, 2-7 against a lefty, my bad. 2-7 against a lefty, that's ball 4. So 1 out walk. And they will hold on Cardinal. Here's Don Kessinger. Nothing on the 10. Four and a 7. Switch hitter batting right-handed. 1 to 10 single chance. That's a 5. Stopping at second is Cardinal. And they will hold all runners. And here's, oops. Monday will not be hitting. He was just in. J.C. Martin. And we pinch hit for J.C. Martin. I think we will. Jim Hickman will hit for J.C. Martin. And Randy Hundley will come into the game if need be for in the bottom of the 9th. So Hickman will pinch hit for J.C. Martin. And we will have Paul Popovich, or no, we'll go with Carmen Fanzone will be pinch hitting for Ferguson Jenkins on deck. So Hickman hitting for J.C. Martin. Havoc roll for Hickman. Nothing on the 3. Holding all runners. 3 and a 9 against the lefty. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. And Martin would have done the same thing. All right, and it's up to Carmen Fanzone. 2 down. All right. And Havoc roll for Hernandez. Nothing on the 9. Here's Carmen Fanzone. Two and a 5. And that's ripped into right field. That will get down. Scoring from second is Cardinal. Kessinger runs at a 14. Being held on makes him a 13. 2 outs makes him a 15. 2-5. That's to right. Oh boy. To Clemente. 50-50 shot. No, they will hold up there. And let's see. Do they want to go with... Actually, we get a... Let me see if I got another center fielder. No, we don't. So we have to go with... No, we're going to go with Bill North. All right. So here's Bill North. 2 outs, infield back, of course. 3-2. Second and third. Nothing on the 8. Three and a 9 against the lefty. Swung on and missed. Struck him out, and that's your ball game. Final score from Three Rivers Stadium. Pirates hang on and win 3-2. Be right back with the details. All right, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Cubs. Winning pitcher is Doc Ellis. Losing pitcher is Ferguson Jenkins, and Hernandez gets the save. Star of the game, Roberto Clemente, 4 for 4, and needs 107 more hits and 392 plate appearances. Now, the next game that Clemente plays, he comes in as a pinch hitter, so I will still play the game on the channel, just I will make sure to try to find a place where Clemente can pinch hit for one at bats. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the game. Please leave a like if you can. Leave a comment if you would like as well. And if you've not already done so, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.